Hey Marshmallow Peeps, Katie Ruging, art teacher extraordinaire, and today we are going to talk about value. Now usually when we talk about value, we're talking about how much something is worth or how much we can get an object for something. Well, in art, value is actually how light or dark something is. Remember those rods and cones in your beautiful eyes? Value focuses on the rods this time. Remember, light travels through the eyeball and hits the retina, this back area here. The cones are in charge of the color, but the rods, which are these little guys who are actually in between the cones, are in charge of figuring out how dark or light something is. I wish I could go into more detail on how cool these cells are, but that would have to be a story for another time. When creating the value page in your mini booklet, be sure to point out that value is how dark or light something is. You can focus on adding black and white to a colored pencil drawing or just create a value scale. You'll definitely want to use your colored pencils on this. Markers aren't the best at creating value, and oftentimes the black will just completely cover up your other colors. For my Clefairy, I drew the picture in pencil, used a felt tip permanent marker on top of the pencil, and then erased my pencil marks. Colored the picture with my main colors, pink and blue, and then a little bit of brown, and gently added the black colored pencil on top of the areas I already colored. Remember, it's always much easier to have to add more color than have to take away some. For my value scale, I colored the whole value scale the same intensity of red, and then I took a white colored pencil and added to the top using a pressure that was very hard. As I got to the middle, I lightened up on my pressure. When adding the black, I started at the bottom, pressing hard, and I continued up, I lightened my pressure. Try it a couple of times and you'll get the hang of it in no time. There are a lot of different words that we use when we talk about value. For example, shades, which basically means shadow, tint, which means lighter or white areas, and of course, highlights and lowlights, which are different amounts of light. Highlight meaning lots and lowlights meaning not so much. But really, the biggest thing that you need to remember is that value is about dark and light. This has been Katie Ruging, art teacher extraordinaire, reminding you to keep looking for the light. Anyone else still really weirded out by the fact that color has such a weird definition? I mean, light bouncing off of an object? I mean, come on, right? Couldn't they have come up with something better? Couldn't I have come up with something better?